This occasion is being assembled to share with you our concern, the concern of our leaders, our traditional rulers, our sheikhs, our captains of industry, our elite, and the entire citizenry of this polity making up the 19 northern states. We have not been a happy people because of the sad developments I have just underlined. Ladies and gentlemen, I realize time is not on our side. I would humbly invite the chairman of the ACF in Kano State to shed more light on this ugly situation, which we intend to allow our royal fathers to speak on, as well as other professionals and concerned stakeholders. Goni, Dr. Farooq Umar, sir.
First of all, I want to say that the essence of calling this meeting started when Abdullahi Haruna Kiawa, the PRO of the Nigerian police, issued a statement stating the number of children that were rescued who were sold from Bauchi through Kano to Lagos. And we became highly disturbed about the issue, and we started communicating among ourselves. Our leader here, the Sarkin Shanu of Kano, and the Dan Maliki and myself went to the Emir of Kano and lodged a complaint to him and asked him to intervene. We went to the Commissioner of Police under the chairmanship of Wazir Nduse, Alhaji Bashir Al-Hatu. First of all, to thank him for his effort, and we are using also this medium to thank him for his relentless effort in rescuing the children, in his effort of dealing with the banditry of pawn snatching, the bandits. He has done a lot, and we are using this medium to really thank him for his effort and what he has been doing. And after that, we decided that we should have economic and security summit in Kano to address the issue. But on a second thought, we felt that it is better if it is done by the state governors. So we decided to now send our message to the governors of the North to hold the economic and security summit to address the issues. And I'm glad to inform you that yesterday, the governor of Nasarawa State, Alhaji Abdullahi, yes, he has made it categorically clear to the public that they are going to hold North Central Economic and Security Summit. We thank him for that because it's an issue that has been worrying us, and we are calling on the governors of the northeastern states in the north and the northwest to emulate him. We would also like to use this medium to thank the governor of Katsina State. We have heard over BBC people commending him. Within the short time he has taken over, the kidnapping had reduced. We thank him for that, and we hope he will continue, and we are calling on the other governors of the states that are vulnerable to emulate him. So This is one. Now, secondly, we felt that the issue of kidnapping children and selling them, we should all come together. It's not only the issue of Kano people or Bauchi people, it is a national issue. And we felt that we should cooperate with the leaders of the Igbos in Kano, Idoma, Yoruba, Edo. We have invited all. We have the representative of the civil defense. I'm sure most of them are trying to locate here. I've spoken to Daurawa. He has sent Mujahideen to represent him. We have also spoken to Naptip. So we are getting everybody involved to speak. I'm happy to say that my eyes somehow glanced at the paper our leader of Igbos is holding a press statement. I'm very happy. I don't know the content, but you can see, I can anticipate. So we are really happy that now people like him are joining us to address this issue. The second issue we will now address is the issue of drug addiction. The commandant has been assigned by Alhaji Marwa his post, but he has assured us that before we finish, he will be here. And again, we have also outlined here the issue of banditry and kidnapping. We were expecting our Rafsanjani. He promised to come. We invited Najah, Atu, Bala, Mohammed. She's abroad. We have so many apologies. So this is my own comment, and I would like to extend through the Sarki Shanu and the Damaliki our very concerned appreciation to His Highness, the Emir of Kano. Anytime we had any issue, he came back 2 days ago, am I right? And he came in the evening. But yesterday, he was able to meet with the three of us. And when we informed him about this meeting, he has already delegated Sarkin Shanu to go to Bauchi to represent him at an occasion taking place today. But immediately he said, no, this meeting is more important. So he now asked okay. Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. Yeah. Okay. So so when we finish our meeting here, the representative of His Royal Highness, of His Highness the Emir of Kano, will address the press. The Emir has told him exactly what he will say representing him. We have His Highness the Indi Igbo, and we also now we have the Sarki Edo, because Benin is also part of the state that we are concerned with what is happening. The Sarki Idoma, all the chiefs we have invited will separately address you, and then we don't limit you. I know how press are. Anybody you want to talk to, you can. I'm sure as we are meeting, more people will come that, like the NDLEA and the LESPADA, the organization that is responsible for fighting drug abuse. So I think with these comments, I will now ask Alhaji Bello to take us to the fourth item on that.
With the permission of the chairman, I want to stand on existing protocol because of time. His Highness Alhaji Amin Ado Bayero, the Emir of Kano, as you heard, has mandated me to be here to represent him, to speak on his behalf, and also to listen to stakeholders who are here. When I arrived and I saw the array of people, different sectors, different ethnic groups, different people who are here, I feel extremely honored, hoping and praying that at the end of this meeting, a way forward will be found. I will take the trafficking of children at the first one because it's the current menace which is disturbing our people. Kano, since 1903, has been an open territory for everybody. Not only Nigerians, but also other African countries. Not just West Africa or Nigeria, African countries. There is a trans-Saharan route from Kano to Libya, to Morocco, all the North African countries. That is history which we are not here to discuss. To show you how Kano has been very liberal and welcoming to its guests, we have Sarkin Yedo, Sarkin Yoruba, all the ethnic groups have. And we have one person who reports to the Emir at the leader of everybody. But unfortunately, in the last couple of weeks or months, we have seen very disturbing trend of children being kidnapped and being taken, mostly the southeast and Lagos, maybe other places. And the problem also is that it's not only Kano people who are being kidnapped, they are kidnapped from other states, but Kano has been made the clearing house and the center for this problem. That's why the Emir is highly concerned that we need to address this problem. Now, if you look at the system we have here in Kano, the traditional institution has perhaps the greatest reach with the common man. We have ward heads, village heads, district heads. Within 24 hours, if the Emir of Kano wants to know what's happening in every village, he will know. He has a representative at every level, which I think is second to none, because sometimes the government will rely on the SS, councillor, and chairman. They don't have the reach we have. That is very, very clear. Sometimes also, we have the staying power. We stay, I've been in this system for the last 25 years, and I've been doing it. We say we have a staying power. We are also relatively cheap to do the work. I mean, if you want to get the government to do a few things, obviously there's a big budget. Our own is very clear and very simple. So the Emir of Kano is asking me to express his very serious disappointment about what is happening in Kano and northern Nigeria in general. I will not take too much of your time because there are many items to be discussed, but at the end of it all, he says he wants to see a solution being proffered and implemented. Thank you very much.
Thank you. His Highness Ezendibo. My name is Chief Waimo Ifeanyi. My name is Chief Waimo Ifeanyi, the Onowu Ndibo. That is the traditional Prime Minister of Ndibo in Kano, representing His Highness Igwe Dr. Boniface Ibekwe Ezendibo of Kano. With me also the leadership of Igbo Association in Kano, the Apex Igbo Association in Kano, the Igbo Community Association, that is ably led by Honorable Donatus Mungo. In fact, we receive with shock and disbelief the kidnap of 7 children from Bauchi State few years ago, trafficked in other states of the country, the Eastern region inclusive, rescued by the men of Kano Police Command. We actually condemn this criminal act at its entirety and otherwise. Third, we condemn this criminal act in its entirety and whatever guise. We call for the weight of the law to be met on the perpetrators of these ungodly acts. We Igbos in Kano, being law-abiding citizens, wish to dissociate ourselves with such criminality. We shall continue to preach to our people against any form of criminal act in whatever guise. We want to thank the Nigerian police and other law enforcement agencies who ensured that these children were rescued, and urge them to not to rest until all kidnapped people, especially children, are rescued from the perpetrators of these heinous acts. Finally, we want to thank the Kano State government that is ably led by His Excellency Alhaji Abba Yusuf Kabiru and the government of Bauchi State for reuniting these children with their parents and giving them hope of life.
Our emir, our royal father, representing you are welcome. Selecting Edo, they are around. Igbo, they are around. The other people, you are welcome. With me, personally, my name is Elijah Abubakar Ali Obuchi. I said it already. Selecting Idoma, the head of Northern Ethnic Community in Kano. I came to Kano in 1963. I'm in Kano, I'm enjoying Kano. So with me, if all this growing, it's a benefit of our people. As Kano is, I believe other states were the same. And the corporate we have today, I'm much happy, and I will deliver to my people the 13 states that are under me. We are all living free, and we need the better to come to us. My happiness most of this occasion, if we don't start early, it will be too late. Bauchi have tried, other states they have tried, majority Kano, Dama, we don't need problem. Kano have no problem. I have no problem. Other states will have no problem. All of us. So shortly, I'm happy. Let us cooperate. Let us take note. Let us serious about drugs, kidnap our children, the rest of criminals. I'm happy for this occasion. This is my little contribution I give. May Allah give us together.
Highness, the Emir of Kano, being represented by His Highness Seriki Shanu, the chairman of this occasion, thought he was to summon such a meeting. Well, my name's Deacon Fred Akigbe, the Seriki Edo community in Kano, the head of the South-South communities in Kano. We are happy that this forum is available for us to rub our minds together and see to correct the wrongs of society. We Edo people, by extension South-South, we are peace-loving people. And when we heard of this event happening in Kano, we were very much surprised. We have been living in peace with our host communities. Why would such a thing happen and be traced to some evil people in the society? This is why I was very glad when they called me yesterday that I'm part of this meeting. In fact, this meeting is timely because the ugly situation in Kano now is getting out of hand. This kidnapping, abduction. It has never been had before. I remember one time when they kidnapped some boys and took them to the south, and it was condemned. So we condemn this action entirely. And we should inform our people. This is not the time to be doing all these odd things. Because we thank our royal father for accommodating us and the state government. But this ugly trend that is coming now doesn't speak well at all. We thank God that the children were recovered. So I will ask the security agencies to intensify effort. We community leaders too should even inform our people. Anyone that is caught should be penalized, should be dealt according to the law, because we are not in support of this action at all. For example, in the last at the end of last year, you cannot sleep properly in Sabongeri because of snatching, kidnappers, all these ropes. They were just roaming about. Before that, around October, November, December, we call the police, they will come, maybe they will arrest some, or they will not be able to arrest some. It is not good in this society, because Kano is a peaceful state. I want it to remain like that. So in view of this, we thank God that this forum, we should try to continue this meeting, so that we're going to rub our minds and inform our people the seriousness of this their action, so that it will not be repeated again. Thank you, I'm grateful.
Thank you very much. My due respect to everybody here. I'm very happy also that this initiative has been taken by the ACF at the most timely, at the most appropriate time. I can say, without any equivocation, for the whole length of my 35 years in the foreign service, I have been dealing with consular problems of all shades. And coming back home after retirement, what I have discovered in society is extremely troubling, extremely disturbing. And we should not just fold our arms and expect the government to do it alone. It's very difficult, especially the dimension the problems are taking, particularly in a place like Kano. I want to use this opportunity that is not just to condemn it. We have to come up with practical solutions on how to deal with this menace. And I can tell you, we have to join hands together. Kano, alhamdulillah, we have been very peaceful, and there's a reason for that. I know, being in the Emirate Council, the resources, even the Emirate Council is spending all the time for peace and progress of this Kano. Many people don't even know about this, but the Emirate Council spends a lot of money and always monitoring what is going on in the every nook and cranny of Kano. Now, the progress of Kano wouldn't have just happened just by coincidence. It's by careful planning, by the tenacity of the leaders to make sure that it is so. And we have been extremely accommodated. Anybody who comes to Kano is ready to reach the full apogee of whatever he's doing. Nobody cares about you. Nobody is jealous for your achievements. But I can tell you, we have come to a stage whereby that peace must be maintained and not at the expense of the stability of our society, and then even affecting our morals and affecting the future of our children. That has got to stop. I want to emphasize this in very, very clear terms, that we are determined. We cannot allow this to continue. We already know about the drug menace in Kano. Kano is on top of the graph as a hub, as a consumer society, and also atrocities being committed. People have been killed because of influence of drugs. Yet, we have just folded our arms and looking at the situation to solve itself. It cannot solve itself. And I'm particularly now appealing to all the community leaders. You have to rise. We cannot continue like this. Whether you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are black and white, we don't care now. You have to rise, and this must be stopped. As I said, I have been in Saudi Arabia. I have seen where children are even sold. The mother will sell her own child, and the child keeps on changing hand. But that one, you can easily trace it. But then taking a child, innocent child, abducting him forcefully, taking him to go and change his name, change his identity, change his religion. And there are so many now that are even documented, that have not been brought back, that we even know. So please, the problem is very deep. And we have to really sit down, devise ways, condemn it, and put our eyes and monitor what is going on, and help the government to solve this problem. I will just stop on that because of short of time. Thank you very much.
Okay. We thank him for what he has done, and we are calling for other individuals to assist the police and the army in carrying this assignment. The second one is the traditional institution. They must talk to the ward heads, the village heads, to ensure that parents keep their eyes on their children. Because if you don't talk to the parents, we just deliver children and we don't care where they go. The kidnapping and selling of children is not only done by Igbos or Yorubas. Even our Hausa people are kidnapping and selling. So we are calling on the traditional institution through the ward heads, the village heads, to address this issue. Then the security agencies. We have commended the police commissioner in Kano, and we hope all the other police commissioners in the northern states will emulate what he has done. Why don't we have kidnapping as it is rampant in other states in Kano? This we will now thank the present governor and all the previous governors, because we learned that they have put a system in the government house where everything happening, the current governor is monitoring, and we commend the Kano state government for doing this. Now, community leaders, we have invited you, and NGOs like us, we also have a role to play. The judiciary, the police will arrest somebody who has kidnapped somebody. They will take him to court and he will be released. We are calling on the chief judges of all these states to ensure that justice is done. When somebody is taken to court, he must be punished. If they don't do that, if you don't punish somebody, it will continue. That is why corruption is not leaving us in Nigeria. Somebody will be now arrested by EFCC, he will go to court, and he will be released. And we are calling on the Chief Justice of the Federation to ensure that justice is done to whoever is arrested. A good example, I don't want to mention name. Somebody killed her husband in Abuja. She's now free in America. You know, a death sentence was passed on her. She's not in the country. So this is the kind of thing that is happening, that unless judiciary acts, it will not help us. Then finally, the legislatures. We must come out with legislation that will prescribe hard punishment, maybe life imprisonment for anybody who kidnaps a child and sells it. Thank you very much.
Ka kira taron 'yan jaridu a wannan a maimakon arewa kungiyar arewa. Masu kallo da sauran su ji menene makasudin wannan tattaunawa da aka yi, kuma wani mataki wannan kungiya na 'yan arewa za ta dauka akan wayannan abubuwan da suke cewa takura 'yan arewacin Najeriya.
Makasudin kiran wannan taro, yara ne da muka gani 'ya'yanmu an kama su, an je daga Bauchi aka kawo su na aka sai da su, aka hada baki da waɗansu masu unguwanni suka canja musu takardar haihuwa, suka canja ranar, aka tafi aka sayar da su, aka canja musu sunaye, waɗansu ma sun fara rasa harshen Hausa. Wannan shi ya tara mana da hankali, ya sa muka tafi wajen kwamishinan 'yan sanda. Farko muka yi masa godiya saboda ƙoƙarin da yi na wato bankaɗo wannan bakala, kuma aka samu yara guda 8. To amma mun tabbata akwai yara ɗaruruwa ƙila waɗanda aka yi irin wannan. Mun samu labari cewa an je ma za a karɓi wani yaro, amma iyayen sun tafi kotu a can ƙasar Inyamurai, sun ce ɗansu ne tun daga takardar haihuwa da ragowarsu. To wannan shi ya sa muka ga ya kamata mu zo mu yi kira ga wato hukumomi da su tashi tsaye su ga cewa sun warkar mana da wannan matsala. Wannan ita ta sa bayan mun je wajen kwamishina na 'yan sanda
mun gode masa kuma muka yi korafi kuma muka so gaban mai martaba sarki shi ma muka gaya masa. To sai na ga cewa ya kamata mu kira wannan taro mu nuna damuwarmu da abubuwan da suke faruwa. To amma inda mun yi haka za ku ga cewa kawai mu Hausawa ne, da haka na yi ƙoƙari na samu shugaban Inyamurai da yake a wannan jiha da na Yarabawa, su kansu waɗanda daga cikin ƙabilarsu ne waɗansu suke yin waɗannan abubuwa. Haka kuma shaye-shaye, in kun lura yanzu Sabon Gari har ta kai wai akwai 'yan sandan da ba su isa su shiga cikin Sabon Gari su binciko wani abu ba. To muna kira ga shugabanninmu, muna gode wa gwamna da kuma sarki ƙoƙarin da suke yi, amma muna kira ga dukkan shugabanninmu, sarakuna da gwamnoni na jihar Arewa da su tashi tsaye akan wannan. Kuma muna kira ga masu hannu da shuni su taimaka musu. Yanzu a cikin motoci 150 da Alhaji Aliko Dangote ya siya ya ba 'yan sanda, yanzu aka ba Kano guda 20, 5 ne kawai suke aiki. Muna kira ga masu hali da su taimaka. Sannan kuma masu shari'a muna kiran su cewa su daina bari ana sakin mutane sai a kama mutum. Wato yanzu yarinyar nan da ake magana wadda gashi muna gani an kama wanda ya sace ta ya je ya kashe ta, maimakon a yanke masa hukuncin kisa an ji an yanke masa kila shari'a ta ɗaura rai da rai. Haka kuma akwai wadda ta kashe mijinta a Abuja, yanzu tana Amerika. Mun bincika tana Amerika kamar ma ba ta yi wani abu ba. To duk irin wannan ya kamata mahukunta a tsawatar musu. Shugaban alkalai na ƙasa ya kamata ya tsaya ga cewa ya tsawatar duk wanda shari'a ta hau kansa ya kamata a hukunta shi. Sannan kuma muna kira ga 'yan majalisa na jihohi su yi doka mai tsanani. Idan mutum ya saci yaro ko aka yi amfani da gurinsa aka ɓoye yaro, ya kamata a yi dokar da za a rushe wajen. Kuma duk wanda ya saci yaro hukuncin kisa ya kamata a 'yan majalisa su zartar masa. Bayan wannan da muka yi da ku yanzu, za mu sami martaba ya kira wakilan majalisa, wakilan Hizba, wakilan NDLEA duk a haɗu a tabbatar an ɗauki matakai waɗanda za su sa cewa a daina wannan. Sannan kuma masu unguwanni muna kira ga masarauta ta yi musu magana, su fito da rijista a san dukkan ina waye ya haifi wannan yaro, yara nawa ne a unguwa. Matuƙar ba a ga yaro ba a ranar, ya kamata lallai hukuma ta sani. Muna ganin mu ma iyayen yara suna da sakaci, sai ka haifi yaro baka san ma inda ya fita ba, baka san inda zai je ba.
Okay.
So the purpose of calling this meeting by Arewa Consultative Forum Kano chapter is because of the concern we have seen of our children being kidnapped and taken to different states in the south, changing their names, collaborating with some warheads to give them a birth certificate that are backdated. So this was brought out by Abdullah Haruna Kiawa, the PRO of Kano State Police. We commend the Commissioner of Police of Kano for his effort in tackling the issue of pawn snatching, the issue of banditry, which has reduced, almost eliminated in Kano, and now he's tackling the issue of kidnapping. We commend him, and we want other commissioners of police in the northern states to emulate him. We wanted to hold economic and security summit, but we decided to now call on the governors of the north to do the economic and security summit. And I'm glad to say that the governor of Nasarawa has announced yesterday publicly that they are going to hold North Central Economic and Summit meeting. We thank him for taking our advice, and we are calling on the governors of the other two areas, Northwest and Northeast, to emulate him. Now, again, we had
Baba Chir, the former SGF, over the radio, BBC, where he has called on us to forget our religious and ethnicity differences, to come together and salvage the North.